During this trip in the American Southwest, I had the pleasure of visiting San Javier del Bac Mission and Mission San Jose del Tumacacori at Tumacacori National Historical Park. Tumacacori differs itself from San Javier in that it includes the grounds of an orchard, different remnants of a surrounding village like Ocotillo and mud houses, and a historical museum with local artifacts found in the vicinity. However, they do share similar landscapes, with the Santa Cruz River running adjacent to them, only about a half a mile away, and similar building styles including a dome, transepts, stone portals in the front, and elaborate art within the walls. Both parks tell the story of the O'odham, who are native residents of the Sonoran Desert and southern Arizona, and their relationship with the Spanish who came into contact with them during the 17th century and established societies within their native cities. In 1691, Father Eusebio Kino, who was a Spanish missionary trying to spread the ideas of Christianity to the New World, made the first contact with the O'odham and found an earlier mission site on the same grounds as Tumacacori Mission because of the local resources such as the Santa Cruz River. He established a mission at San Javier in 1700. Based on reports, his interaction with the indigenous people seemed mutually beneficial for both parties. He brought them new foods like wheat and various fruits, and they provided him home and security for the time being. They also introduced him to the O'odham culture and taught him new ways of farming, hunting, and architectural designs like underground irrigation canals. This relationship between the two parties, unfortunately, did not last. The Spanish started to grow in numbers in the American Southwest and treated the O'odham much more poorly than Father Eusebio Kino did. This violence led to more and more turmoil between the two societies, and eventually, after decades of altercation, the O'odham rioted in 1751. Over the next few months, this revolt led to hundreds of casualties on both sides, with the O'odham finally surrendering to the Spanish because of the lack of resources. Construction for the current mission at Tumacacori was completed in 1828, right after the completion of San Javier in 1797, which can largely be attributed to the probable forced labor of the O'odham. A recurring theme that is prevalent within the parks is the unfairness that the O'odham tribe had to face. For example, gunpowder gave the Spanish a huge advantage throughout their time in the American Southwest. It instilled fear in the native people, which could be used to manipulate the inhabitants easily. For generations, the instructions on gathering the materials and respecting the sacred land had been passed down from ancestor to ancestor. The Spanish unfortunately derailed this when they settled with the indigenous people. These missions are a good reminder of the anguish the Native Americans faced, covering up for the success of the Spanish. Overall, this trip was very informative about the relationship between the indigenous people and the Spanish. And to top this wonderful trip, I even got to experience authentic Mexican tacos in the border town of Nogales.